Hello, hello. Welcome to our live session. Thank you for joining me. And I'm glad you're joining me. And I am very excited that I am talking to you. And I am having this live session. And my purpose for this, for what I'm doing, is for, as I mentioned before, some people sometimes they said, I don't know who want to hear this, but I know specifically who I want to talk to. Okay. I want to talk to Black women like you who are feeling exhausted, feeling overwhelmed sometimes because of the mental load you're carrying. So my purpose is to help you to live your best life. Something that is very dear to my heart. It's your well-being, the mental wellness of Black women, so that you can live out your full life, and while you carry out your responsibilities. So welcome to our live sessions, and I also want to acknowledge your strength, your resilience in doing all the things that you do sometimes, even though you feel overwhelmed and exhausted. I want to tell you that it's okay that sometimes to admit that you're tired. It's okay that to admit that you feel overwhelmed. It's okay to admit that sometimes you feel like things are getting out of control. It's not your fault. It's because you have been given more responsibility than most of us. So my purpose, I'm on a mission to make sure that what happened to my mother doesn't happen to Black women like you, that you can thrive, that you can live out your fullest life, that you don't have to have um, disappointment to sap your energy from living out your best life. So that's my mission. So in so saying that, I want you to join me in my Facebook group, Rewriting Your Future with Dr. Kelly, where it's a safe place where we can go at the root causes of things. Look, I've done it. I've been telling my patients, I kind of didn't quite believe in brain science until recently. Thanks to Black women like you, who allows me to who allow me to understand your emotional lives. And by that, I better understand how the brain works. And honestly, I now know how to help you people change their brain's perspective, how you can change your brain within 6 to 10 weeks. I've done it from different people of background, so I can help you with that. So the purpose of my talk today, um, I want to talk about something that I've heard from, like, a lot of the things I've been learning from my patients, mostly Black women, about vision board. I've heard you guys say vision board. So I had to figure out, what is that? What's the neuroscience of it? How does the brain work out vision board? So the other name for vision board, I call it clarity. Okay. So what we mean by clarity, and you know it better than I. So I went deep into the neuroscience of it. Clarity is, how do you manifest what you visualize, your dream, your goals, your objectives into reality? Guess what? We know how to make the brain to do that. So that's what I want to talk to you about. How do you make your brain have a vision, your goals? Say that you set goals for 6 months, a year, or the goals that you set out when at the beginning of the 2024. How do you make your brain do those things so you can live out your best life? Guess we know how to do that. So what I call it clarity. What's important is for you to, I tell my patients, understand your core values. You need to list 7 to 10 core values you have. The way I say is that, tell me 7 to 10 core values you have by which you want people closest to you to treat you. It could be honesty, integrity, compassion, whatever it is. List your core values, write them down. Then next, after you write your core values, write down the goals and objectives you have for your life. And I'm going to ask you, so many times you're doing things for others people. What I'm the reason I'm doing this is to make sure that you don't leave yourself last. I didn't realize that it's not a given for you to think that you deserve care, you deserve compassion, you deserve self-compassion. I thought it was something trivial, and I talked to Black women like you. So next to your after your core values, write down the goals and objectives you set out for. I would say 6 months, a year. 2 years, 3 years. Or write down your dream vacation. Write it down on a piece of paper. That's what I do. Then one thing I want you to know, so you write down your core values, you write down your goals and objectives for 6 months, a year, 2 years. Then because the brain, the frontal brain, doesn't act without dopamine, without reward. So write down the reward and benefits you will get. Who will benefit when you achieve those goals and objectives? That's how the brain works, ladies. Because if we don't have the dopamine in front of your brain, if we don't have motivation, then it's harder to do things that are already not easy to do. So in order for you, so what I call vision board, what you call vision board, I call it clarity. So what I want you to do, write those things down. You can write it in a statement. I like to write it with my hand, handwritten, and put it on the wall, or you can type it. So your vision board, in order for you not to finish the end of the year where you started it, write down your vision board. I call it clarity, meaning that write down your core values, then write down your objectives and goals, and then write down the rewards that you will get. It could be a vacation. If it's a dream vacation, get a picture of that vacation, that place, on the internet, and post it somewhere, two places or one places that you can see it every day. Guess what? When it's hard to do, when you believe in your core values and you look at the rewards, that's what makes the brain do things that's not easy to do. So that's what I want to leave you with. Next time I will talk to you about what are core values, how do you make sure that they work for you, and how do you merge that with rewards and benefits. So that's what I wanted to leave you with. I want to tell you to keep going, because as a Black woman, you're carrying multiple various roles in society, not of your own, but because that's what you have to do. But my goal is to make sure you don't leave yourself last. So write down your clarity, write it on a piece of paper, or type it, but put it in two places. When you get up in the morning, every day you're seeing it 2 or 3 times a day. That's what gets the brain to visualize it and manifest it reality. Because you have been doing it by raising children, by keeping the job, by doing everything for everyone else. So your brain has been doing it. So what I'm telling you now is how we know, how the science of it, what we learn about the brain, how to do it. So with that, I want to leave you. Remember to write down your clarity, and also be kind to yourself. I'll see you next time. Next time I'll be talking about how exactly do you make your core values work with with the rewards that you have, so you can live out the best life that you desire. With that, I'll leave you. Until the next time, be kind to yourself. Bye.